What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another Flippin' Friday. So today, as you can probably already see, there's some patch on the wall over there, and there's a bunch of patch on the wall over here. We still got to patch this wall, and probably a few more patches, but I've been slowly working on this one. I patched it up the other day, a few days ago, and I've been sanding it, patching it, just trying to get everything good. And we got probably just a couple more patches on this one, but like I said, we got to do this one. So basically we're just prepping for paint work. So I'm doing all the patching and sanding now, and then still got to tape up all the windows and the doors and the trim that's up, mask everything off before we can go ahead and spray everything in. And yes, I did say spray because I don't like to roll because I'm actually bad at it. I'm better with the spray gun. So I'm gonna go set the camera down, keep patching, and hopefully we'll start masking things off today as well, so we can start painting hopefully tomorrow, but we'll see. Because one of the other things I still gotta patch is from when we removed the wall here. So I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Alright, so as you can see, just wrapped up this window. I started off by running tape along the edge of the trim where it stuck out, and then I just put the plastic up against it and stuck it to the tape, folded it over, and I just taped down the corners to help the tape kind of fold over. This right here, it's stuck, but you can still see there's a little bit sticking out right here. Up here I got a little bit, but that's not a big issue. Mainly we just want the whole window and trim covered because we don't want to paint that while we're spraying. So I'm gonna do that with all the other windows in the rest of the house. It's the same process with all the windows. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of the windows, and I am waiting for some of the patch to dry, the new patch, before I go ahead and start sanding. I'll probably have to wait till tomorrow just because I don't want to hit it while it's still wet by accident or anything like that. Alright, so just finished up with the last window as you saw. So I did the first big window in the kitchen, did all the other ones, and then I finished up recording with this one. So you can also see that I finished this one behind me, the one in the other room, and then the big one in the main room. Now, with these windows, it's kind of tricky because it's regular trim 3 ways around, and then on the bottom they have a piece kind of turned, so the skinny edge is right here. So what I was doing was I would put the tape along it and then fold it, kind of stick it to it, and then fold it back halfway so the plastic had something to stick to. As far as the corners, I just cut the plastic out around it and then taped it. And then any holes that are open, I'll throw more tape. But that'll be good for these corners here. And these windows are done. Sorry to cut it off kind of poorly there, but it is a different day. And as you can tell, there's not really much light in the house. All I have is this LED shop light behind me on the floor because, well, all light fixtures are off the ceilings and plate covers are off the outlets and switches. Where's their switch? Right there. So all that is off now, and finished sanding pretty much everything. I think I got it all. Bedroom, again, it's going to be dark because there's no ceiling fan. Where is it? There it is. Bathroom still has a light in it, just so, well, that light will come out as soon as I start painting in there. And I'm going to use the light, the shop light. Master bedroom, as I mentioned before, I think I mentioned it before, if not mentioning it now. I'm going to wait to do this because that wall is still undone, so I'm just going to wait to do that room. So that's where everything is kind of sitting for now. Why I'm working on these rooms. So all the patching is done. Next thing that we're going to do, get rid of all this dust. Because if it looks hazy on camera, it's because it's hazy in the house. So all the windows, the front door as well is taped up because I don't use the front door, I actually use the back door. So I'll tape that up on the day that I am painting. So you guys will see that in that video. But as you can tell, the floor is very dusty even after I swept it. So I have my mop and bucket, there it is. And I'm gonna mop the whole floor in here and the bedrooms and in the kitchen as well, just to help keep the dust down and away, because when I'm spraying or painting, I don't want the dust getting on the walls. So let me go do that now and I'll be right back with you guys. Alright, so as you can see, I just finished wiping down all the floors with water and the mop, no soap because I'm not washing them. I just want to get rid of most of the dust. So that's that for that. Otherwise, all the patching is pretty much done. As you can see, my Picasso behind me here and how lovely it looks. Wow, those floors look really good wet. Too bad they don't look that good in person, but they will when we're all said and done. But anyways, the next thing to do is start priming everything and spraying everything. Now the reason I haven't masked off any of the trim or these doors are actually going to get replaced. I'm going to be putting in 6-panel doors to match the door that was to the bathroom and the door that was to this bedroom, the other bathroom, and the basement door. Those are all 6-panel doors, so gonna change these doors out anyways, so I'm not too worried about getting paint on them. I want to prime the trim while it's up because it'll just be easier to prime it now and then paint it later once it's all said and done. So when I go to prime the walls and the ceiling, I'm going to prime the trim at the same time because it's an all-in-one primer, it's for everything. So that's why I haven't masked off any of the trim or interior doors, but all the baseboard trim has been ripped off. I pulled that off in like the first video of this series because we are going to be changing it out, so I'm not too worried. But like in the kitchen, I'm not worried if I spray the floor like around the edges and stuff like that, because well, this is still going to get covered up with different flooring. But this flooring, I'm going to have to do masking paper along all the edges of the walls of the hardwood floors. So that'll be a little pain in the butt, but necessary. This way I don't spray too much on the floor and there's not too much to sand off. But the rest of the floors I'm not too worried about if it gets like little speckles, because that will sand out. Now, the one room that I'm not going to be spraying is the bathroom, and reason being, I tiled it already. Normally I would go ahead and spray everything, but I wanted to get the tile done in the bathroom so it's all said and done. And because it's a small area, I don't mind rolling it. So I will be masking off like here at the top as well, pointing the wrong way. Masking off the top, masking off this edge right here as well, and then the pipes and the outlet. There's the outlet. Again, I will be removing this when I'm ready to paint. Now, as far as this guy goes, I'm gonna mask this off, kind of like what I did with the doors and windows, and just paint around it because I think I'm gonna do cabinet doors around this. I'm not entirely sure, but that's that for this video. Sorry if it looks like my nose is a little red and my voice is different than normal. I've been getting over a cold, so I'm still recovering from it. But I figured I'd get festive for the Christmas time and become Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. No, honestly, it's just been blowing my nose, and well, if you've ever been sick, you know how it goes. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. If you didn't, go ahead and give it a dislike. But let me know what I can improve on for next video. And as always, if you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to the channel. Next thing to come is paint, and this place is gonna look a whole lot different with even just primer is gonna look different. But I will catch you guys later. Bye.